My dear friend, let us speak with honesty today. Everyone wants success. Everyone dreams of reaching higher and better and becoming more. But not everyone is ready for the path that leads there. Because the truth is this: success is not a comfortable procedure. It does not walk hand in hand with ease. It does not grow in soft soil. Success demands that you step into the fire, that you endure the stretching, that you walk into places where comfort cannot follow you. Comfort is sweet, but it is dangerous. Comfort whispers, rest a little longer. Stay where you are. Don't stretch too much. Comfort holds you where you are, but success calls you to where you've never been. So today, I want you to understand success is not built in the arms of comfort, but in the hands of discomfort. It is forged in sacrifice, sharpened in discipline, tested by trials. Think about a seed. When it is buried deep beneath the soil, it is in darkness. It cannot see the sun. It cannot feel the wind. It is pressed on all sides. It is suffocating in silence. That is not comfortable. But what happens next? The seed begins to break, cracks open. It splits apart. That breaking is painful, but is the only way it can grow. Without breaking, there is no sprout. Without sprouting, there is no tree. Without the tree, there is no fruit. That's what success looks like. It breaks you before it builds you. It pushes you out of comfort and a challenge so you can stretch into your potential. Imagine the construction of a house. There is dust, noise, hammering, lift, cutting, sweat and mess everywhere. But only after the struggle does the beautiful home stand. Your life is the same. To build the house of success, you must pick up heavy tools: sacrifice, discipline, consistency, and faith. None of those are comfortable tools, but they are necessary ones. People who want the beauty without the building will never see the finished home. Let me tell you this: ease is the greatest enemy of excellence. Ease makes you lazy. Ease tells you, why wake up early? Why put in the extra work? Why keep pushing? But success doesn't live in the house of ease. Success lives in the house of effort. And effort, my friend, is never comfortable. The great tragedy is that many choose ease over excellence. They choose comfort over calling. They choose relaxation over results. But if you want to step into success, you must be willing to walk away from comfort. Gold does not shine when it's pulled from the ground. It is dirty, rough, and unappealing. To become valuable, it must go through fire. The fire burns, but the fire also purifies. Your success works the same way. Life will put you through fire: challenges, setbacks, failures, rejections. It will hurt. But it is in that burning where your strength is revealed, where your character is tested, and where your shine is refined. Comfort will never put you through the fire, but the fire is the only way you become gold. Let me be real with you. Success will make you cry. Success will test you until tears roll down your face in silence. You will cry exhaustion. You will cry from disappointment. You will cry from rejection. But those tears are not wasted. Those tears are water for your dreams. They fall into the soil of your journey, and from them your growth begins. Comfort will never make you cry, but comfort will never make you grow either. Everybody wants success. Few are willing to pay its price. Because success demands something many people run away from: discipline. Discipline says, wake up even when you're tired. Keep going even when you're bored. Focus even when you're distracted. Discipline is uncomfortable. It goes against your feelings. But discipline is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Desire makes you wish. Discipline makes you win. Many people quit because they think success comes quickly. But success is not a sprint. It is a marathon, and a marathon hurts. It burns your lungs. It aches your legs. It makes you want to stop at every step. But those who keep running, those who push past the pain, those who endure to the finish line, those are the ones who taste success. Comfort makes you quit. Commitment makes you finish. Imagine climbing a mountain. The air is thin, the rocks are sharp, your muscles scream, and your body begs you to stop. Every step is uncomfortable. But when you finally reach the top, when you stand above the clouds and see the world beneath your feet, you forget the pain. You smile because you realize that the view was worth the climb. That's success. It hurts on the way up, but it heals when you arrive. Success is not free. It is not a gift wrapped in ribbons waiting on your doorstep. Success is not a lottery ticket you stumble upon by accident. Success is a price you pay, and the currency is sacrifice. When you look at anyone who has achieved greatness, whether in business, heart, leadership, or personal growth, you are not looking at someone who simply got lucky. You are looking at someone who gave up something to get something greater. You are looking at a man or woman who chose the pain of sacrifice over the pleasure of comfort. Sacrifice means exchange. You trade today for tomorrow. You trade what is easy for what is meaningful. You give up the immediate so you can claim the eternal. That is why success always demands sacrifice. It does not come to those who want everything and are willing to give up nothing. Think about the athlete training before sunrise. While the world is still asleep, he is running in the dark, pushing his body through exhaustion. He is sacrificing sleaze. He is sacrificing comfort. Why? because he knows medals are not won on the day of competition. They are won in the silent hours when no one is watching. Consider the entrepreneur building her dream. She turns down parties. She skips luxuries. She works when others relax. She sacrifices instant pleasures to create a future of freedom. People may laugh at her sacrifices today, but tomorrow those same people will admire her success. You see, sacrifice is never easy. It hurts to let go. It hurts to say no when your heart wants to say yes. It hurts to walk away from comfort, from friends, from habits, from distractions. But every time you let go of what is holding you back, you gain something greater that is waiting ahead. The tragedy is that most people want success without sacrifice. They want the harvest without planting the seeds. They want the crown without carrying the cross. They want the results without the work. But the law of life is clear. Nothing valuable comes without a price. You cannot cheat sacrifice. If you refuse it today, life will demand it tomorrow in another form. Think of the student who sacrifices hours of entertainment to study. Her friends may mock her now, but years later, she stands tall with knowledge, with opportunities, with doors open before her. While others wasted their nights, she invested hers. Success demanded her sacrifice, and she paid it willingly. Think of the musician who practices for hours when no applause is heard. He sacrificed leisure. He sacrifices distraction. He sacrifices the illusion of balance. But when the day comes and he stands on the stage with the spotlight on him, the sacrifice turns into music that moves hearts. Sacrifice is not only about time. Sometimes it is about people. There are friendships that hold you back, relationships that keep you small, voices that feed your doubts. Success may demand that you let them go. Not because you do not love them, but because you love your destiny more. It is never comfortable to release someone, but sometimes sacrifice is the only way forward. Sacrifice may also mean comfort itself. To grow, you must leave the soft chair and step into the hard ground of discipline. You may sacrifice your mornings to wake early. You may sacrifice your evenings to work late. You may sacrifice your weekends to build while others waste. Every sacrifice is a seed, and every seed eventually produces a harvest. But here is the mystery: sacrifice feels like loss in the moment, but is always gain in the end. At first, it feels like you're giving away something precious, but later, you discover you were actually buying something priceless. A farmer does not cry when he lets go of his seeds and buries them in the dirt. He knows the sacrifice of those seeds is the price for a field of abundance. In the same way, the sacrifices you make today are not truly gone. They are simply transforming into a future that is waiting to bloom. Sacrifice also shapes you. It builds character. It teaches you discipline, patience, endurance, and faith. Without sacrifice, success would spoil you. But with sacrifice, success prepares you. By giving up something, you grow strong enough to carry what you are about to receive. That is why the path of sacrifice is sacred. It is the refining fire that separates those who only wish from those who are willing to work. Many people dream of success, but only a few are willing to pay its cost. That is why only a few ever taste the fullness of it. So do not despise sacrifice. Do not resent it when life asks you to let go. Do not cry when you must release comfort or habits or time or even people. Understand instead that every sacrifice is proof of your seriousness. Every sacrifice is evidence of your hunger. Every sacrifice is a step closer to your dream. Yes, success demands sacrifice, and sometimes the sacrifice feels so heavy, so unbearable that you wonder if it is worth it. But remember this: success never asks you to sacrifice what you need. It asks you to sacrifice what is holding you back. You may lose sleep, but you gain wisdom. You may lose comfort, but you gain strength. You may lose friends, but you gain purpose. You may lose the easy road, but you gain the mountain view. And when you finally arrive at your destination, when you stand tall in the light of your achievement, you will not regret what you gave up. You will not wish for the comfort you left behind. You will only smile because you will know the truth: every sacrifice was worth it. Success is not about what you achieve alone. It is about what you are willing to give up to achieve it. That is what makes it powerful. That is what makes it real. So if you truly want success, stop asking, "What do I get?" and start asking, "What must I give?" Because success does not come to those who wish for it. It comes to those who sacrifice for it. Failure, the word alone makes many people tremble. It is a word that carries the weight of disappointment, the sting of rejection, and the ache of dreams delayed. For most, failure feels like an ending. It feels like proof that they were not enough, that the dream was too big, that the journey was too hard. But here's the truth, my friend: failure is not the end. It is fuel. Think about fire. Fire needs wood. It needs something to consume in order to burn bright. In the same way, success needs failure. Every time you stumble, every time you fall, every time life pushes you down, you are gathering the wood that will one day feed the fire of your greatness. Failure is not your enemy. Failure is your teacher, your trainer, your silent partner in progress. It shows you what works and what doesn't. It reveals weaknesses that comfort could never expose. It tests your patience, sharpens your resilience, and teaches you humility. If success is the mountain peak, then failure is the climb that strengthens your legs to get there. Look at any story of greatness, and you will find a trail of failures. The inventor who tried hundreds of times before the bulb finally lit. The athlete who lost again and again before standing victorious on the podium. The author whose manuscripts were rejected dozens of times before one publisher finally said yes. What kept them going was not the absence of failure, but the presence of fire that turned failure into fuel. When you fail, you face a choice. You can let it drain you, or you can let it drive you. You can allow it to whisper, "Give up, it's over." Or you can let it roar, "Not yet. I'm just getting started." Failure has no power to stop you unless you hand it the keys. But if you choose differently, if you choose to rise each time, then every failure becomes fuel that propels you forward with more wisdom, more strength, more determination. Failure humbles you. It strips away arrogance, it quiets your ego, and it reminds you that growth is still required. Comfort will never do that. Comfort flatters you into thinking you are fine as you are, but failure pulls you into the mirror and forces you to confront the truth. That truth may sting, but it is also the very truth that transforms you, and failure builds resilience. Each fall toughens you, each disappointment strengthens your skin. Each rejection trains your heart to withstand pressure. Without failure, you would crumble at the first storm. With failure, you develop roots so deep that no wind can uproot you. Failure also awakens creativity. When plan A collapses, you are forced to imagine plan B. When the door closes, you are pushed to build your own door. Many of the world's greatest breakthroughs were born out of failure, because failure opens your eyes to possibilities you would never have seen if everything had worked the first time. But let me be clear, failure does not feel good. It hurts, it breaks your pride, it makes you doubt yourself, it makes you question whether the journey is worth it. In the moment, failure tastes bitter, but so does medicine. Failure, like medicine, is bitter in the mouth, but healing in the soul. So, how do you use failure as fuel? First, you embrace it. Stop fearing it, stop running from it. Stop hiding your mistakes as if they disqualify you. They don't disqualify you. They develop you. Failure is proof that you tried, proof that you were in the arena while others stayed on the sidelines. Failure is evidence that you are alive, that you are daring, that you are reaching beyond the ordinary. Second, you must learn from it. Failure is wasted only if you walk away unchanged. Every mistake carries a message. Every setback whispers a lesson. Write them down. Study to apply them. When you treat failure as a classroom instead of a courtroom, you come out wiser, not weaker. Third, you must keep moving. Many people fail once and stop forever. But champions fail 100 times and rise 101. The difference is not talent, it is persistence. The fuel of failure only ignites if you keep striking the match. One spark after another until your fire begins to blaze. Remember this, the road to success is paved with failure. There is no shortcut around it. There is no path that avoids it. Everyone who has ever achieved anything of value has walked through failure, sometimes crawling, sometimes crying, but never stopping. That is why they succeeded, not because they never failed, but because they turned failure into fuel. Imagine a rocket launching into space. It shakes, it rumbles, it burns enormous amounts of fuel to break free from the pull of gravity. In the same way, failure is the fuel that helps you break free from the gravity of mediocrity. Every setback is not holding you down. It is pushing you forward, giving you the strength to rise higher. So when you fail, don't bow your head in shame. Lift it. Smile if you can. Say to yourself, this is fuel. This is part of my fire. This is not my ending, it is my beginning again. And one day, when you finally reach your dream, when you finally stand in the light of your success, you will look back at all the failures that once made you cry. And you will realize they were not walls that stopped you. They were logs that kept your fire burning. Failure is not your enemy. Failure is your fuel. Success is not soft or easy. It is not a path lined with comfort and ease. Success, my friend, is a fire, a storm, a process that tests your spirit and stretches your soul. It will never come to those who chase only comfort, because comfort keeps you where you are, but success pulls you to where you have never been. Think of the seed buried beneath the soil. It sits in darkness, pressed down by weight until it cracks open and breaks. That breaking is painful, but it is the only way the seed becomes a tree. Without the breaking, there is no growth, no fruit, no harvest. In the same way, success requires you to break out of comfort and endure discomfort to rise. Every great achievement has been purchased with sacrifice. The athlete who wins the medal has sacrificed sleep and comfort to train when no one was watching. The entrepreneur who builds her dream has given up distractions, parties, and pleasures to work while others were resting. Success is not luck. It is the reward for sacrifice. Sacrifice feels like loss in the beginning, but it is never loss. It is investment. Like the farmer burying seeds in the ground, What looks gone today multiplies tomorrow. Every early morning, every late night, every tear and struggle becomes the harvest of your success. But you must understand this discipline is the bridge between dreams and results. Desire alone cannot carry you. Feelings fade, but discipline keeps you moving when your heart grows tired. Discipline is uncomfortable, but it is the only way forward. Failure will also meet you on this path, and it will hurt. But failure is not the enemy. It is a teacher. Every setback is shaping you. Every rejection is refining you. Without discomfort of failure, success would spoil you. With it, success prepares you. The road is long. Success is not a sprint, but a marathon, and marathons hurt. They test your endurance, your lungs, your patience. Most people quit halfway because the pain feels too heavy, but those who keep going step after step, even in exhaustion, are the ones who cross the finish line. Yes, success is like climbing a mountain. The rocks cut your hands, the air grows thin, the climb feels endless. But when you finally reach the top, the view makes the pain worth it. That is what success feels like. The pain fades, but the reward remains. So do not fear discomfort. Do not cling to comfort. Comfort will give you pleasure for a moment, but it will rob you of your future. Success demands sacrifice, effort, persistence, and pain. But it gives you something greater: fulfillment, legacy, and pride. Success is not a comfortable procedure, but it is always worth it.